Inspecting bomb damage in Berlin on the 28th of April, 1945. Hitler shot himself 2 days later to avoid capture. When Soviet troops entered the city. This photo was taken on the 16th of July, 1980 at the artist's last concert, which took place in Kaliningrad, now the town of Korolev near Moscow, a few days before his death. Made when Earhart was packing for her fateful flight. Attempting to fly around the world, Earhart disappeared over the Pacific Ocean on the 2nd of July, 1937. The photo was taken during his last appearance at Yankee Stadium in 1948. Ruth was diagnosed with cancer and died on the 16th of August, 1948 in New York City, signing an autograph for Mark David Chapman, who murdered him several hours later on December 8, 1980. In Gorky on May 15, 1923, following a third stroke that left him mute and bedridden. Made the day he died. Dean loved to race cars and was killed in a car accident on the 30th of September, 1955. While traveling on Highway 466 in Cholame, California, Dean swerved in his fast-moving Porsche to avoid hitting an oncoming car. In this photo, Kennedy is just seconds before his death. To the right of the president sits his wife Jacqueline Kennedy, and to the left is Texas Governor John Connally and his wife Nellie. Taken on the 28th of June, 1971 with his girlfriend Pamela Courson. Supposedly Morrison died of an overdose in Paris. On the 3rd of July, 1971. Taken on the 17th of September, 1970 by Monica Danman in the garden behind her flat. Hendricks died on the 18th of September, 1970 of barbiturate-induced asphyxia in London. In March 1968, photographer Valentin Cheredintsev captured the first cosmonaut with his family. On the 27th of March of the same year, Gagarin died. Diana died in a tragic car accident in Paris on the 31st of August, 1997. This photo was taken by paparazzi before the accident. Made at the Academy Award ceremony on the 29th of March, 1989. Ball suffered a ruptured aorta on the 26th of April, 1989. She died at her home in Los Angeles. Candy had a heart attack while filming a Wagons of the Easter in Durango, Mexico on the 4th of March, 1994. This photo was taken on the set of the film. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas, on the 22nd of November, 1963. This photo was taken from his van in Dallas shortly before the assassination. The photo is taken from a paparazzi video of Martin leaving a restaurant a few weeks before his death. Martin was diagnosed with lung cancer and suffered respiratory failure on the 25th of December, 1995 in Los. A snapshot of the British rock singer, who has been battling liver cancer for 18 months, was taken during his last public appearance at the premiere of the show Lazarus. Made on the 6th of September, 1978, at the pre-holiday party and premiere of the Buddy Holly story. Moon died of an overdose of Geminurin, a drug designed to combat alcohol abuse, on the 7th of September, 1978, in London. At the time of his death, alcohol and illegal drugs were also found in his system. Made backstage at the Solna-Hallen Arena on the 26th of September, 1986. Burton died on the 27th of September, 1986 in a bus accident in Sweden. Made as the crew prepares to board the Challenger for its fateful launch. McAuliffe died on the mission when the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded on takeoff on the 28th of January, 1986. McCandless traveled into the Alaskan wilderness alone. The photograph was found in his undeveloped camera. He died during his adventures in August 1992. Taken in November 1993, at Kurt Cobain's last photo shoot. Cobain died of a gunshot wound to the head in Seattle on the 5th of April, 1994. It is debated whether it was self-inflicted. April 1910. Twain died of a heart attack on the 21st of April, 1910. Taken outside the Lorraine Motel on Wednesday, the 3rd of April, 1968. Martin Luther King was murdered by James Earl Ray on the 4th of April, 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. Making his way through the crowd when confronted by his assassin, Nathram Godse, who shot him 3 times in the chest on the 30th of January, 1948. With jazz pianist Buddy Greco in August 1962, the last weekend she was alive. Monroe was found dead at her home in Brentwood, Los Angeles, by her psychiatrist on the 5th of August, 1962. Made at a dinner on the day of his death. Yogananda died of heart failure on the 7th of March, 1952 in Los Angeles. Robert Kennedy was shot and killed at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles by Sirhan Sirhan on the 5th of June, 1968. The photograph was taken immediately after the shooting, and Kennedy died early the next morning. With marine biologist Chris Jones on his boat Crack 1. He died 2 days later, on the 4th of September, 2006, after a stingray's venomous spine pierced his heart. The photo was taken moments before his death. On the 7th of September, 1996, Shakur was shot several times from passing cars in Las Vegas, Nevada. Rogers died in a plane crash in Alaska on the 15th of August, 1935. Rogers and aviator Wiley Post were making test flights in Alaska before his death. This photograph is from their adventures. Taken in Warm Springs, Georgia, the 11th of April 1945. Roosevelt suffered a massive cerebral hemorrhage and died on the 12th of April, 1945. Made in 1991. Mercury died on the 24th of November, 1991 from bronchial pneumonia. The shot is taken from the last video interview he ever gave. Zappa was diagnosed with prostate cancer and died on the 4th of December, 1993. Princeton, New Jersey, in March 1955. Einstein died on the 18th of April, 1955 after an abdominal aortic aneurysm caused severe internal bleeding. Taken at a party the night he was killed. Biggie Smalls was killed in a drive-by shooting on the 9th of March, 1997 in Los Angeles. Made in March 1865. Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater on April 15, 1865, in Washington, D.C. Taken at Graceland on the 16th of August, 1977, just after midnight. Elvis died of complications from an addiction to illicit drugs and a diseased heart on the 16th of August, 1977 in Memphis, Tennessee. Made in Munich, Germany, a few months before his death. Marley died of cancer on the 11th of May, 1981 in Miami, Florida.